Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Planet X News. It is March 9th, 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, about a week ago, I posted a video, and that was pertaining to that big, gigantic, what I thought was a space wheel. That's what it looked like to me. And that anomaly has made its rounds on YouTube and Facebook, well, just about the entire internet. And, I saw it, I think it was back in 2016, 17, 18, 19, and then again, here in 2020. And I guess you really need to do a lot more homework when it comes to some of these space cameras and their inner mechanisms and components. Mr. MBB333, his YouTube channel, I asked him to take a look at the video and the photographs that I had. And after converting those photos to high definition, and looking at them, well, hot damn, I guess the mind plays some tricks on you every now and then. So, just like the title to this video says, the big Ezekiel's wheel out there in outer space has been officially, well, maybe, possibly debunked. So, what I wanted to do is I wanted to try to find the schematics or the blueprints or a diagram of that SETI space camera and the components on that spacecraft. And I went to their website, and they just show the actual spacecraft, which looks like kind of like a big box with one little satellite dish off to the side and one big long antenna sticking down from the bottom of it, and another antenna here. But I couldn't find anything in relation to the actual cameras, the components, what they look like, cross sections and things of that nature. But I searched and searched a little bit, and I went to another stereo website, and that one is run by the U.S. Navy. And I was able to obtain the cross-section of the blueprint that you see on your screen right now. And the very, very first thing that shot out at me in red, and you can see where I have the green arrow, and I attached over in the right-hand corner one of the still photographs that I recorded, I think it was back in 2018, if I'm not mistaken. So I shrunk that down a little bit, and I placed it into the blueprint here so we could do a comparison. I don't know exactly what that little red cross-section mechanism is. It looks to be some kind of a plate, but it has the exact same physical characteristics as the big Ezekiel wheel that we were seeing on that SETI space cam. So yeah, I would have to say that from this point on, that Ezekiel's wheel video completely 100% debunked. It's definitely, surprising to see crazy looking anomalies on these cameras. The technology on these cameras, hell, they've been out there 15, 20 years. I wish they would, spend some of our tax dollars, build some new spacecraft with, real nice high definition cameras, and replace what is up there. so we can get better views. But they probably do, have spacecraft like that out there. We definitely don't know, or else would be using them, the public access. So the more and more I looked at this, and after seeing that red plate, it's right here. So you can clearly see if you look at the picture from the HI2 camera. Yeah, looks pretty much the same. So I could definitely say that we've debunked the big Ezekiel space habitat, because that's what I called it. I mean, it looked exactly like one of these futuristic spinning space habitats. The big problem with cameras in general, when you force a lot of light into a camera, and this camera, as you can see here, it has mirrors. Okay, so it's a reflective telescope. It's a reflective camera. You can see right here, primary mirror. So Lord only knows what type of reflective objects, like the spinning Ezekiel wheel, this thing will show. A lot of direct light coming from coronal mass ejections, or even the sun shining on Venus or shining on the Earth, reflecting back to the camera, could possibly produce this crazy looking anomaly. Now, I know back in 2016 there was a video going around. I forget what YouTube channel named it, the parachute bomb. The parachute bomb. I don't even know if I ever did a video on that. I know I watched a few YouTube channels go on and on and on about it for like about a month, and nobody could really figure it out. And look, it's not like you could just pick up the phone and call NASA and get a straight answer. And even if you did get a straight answer, could you believe it? So that's like, everybody says NASA, never a straight answer. So, you have to investigate for yourself. And, it just started to hit me yesterday when I was watching Mr. MBB's video, when I asked him to take a look at mine. And, he made some very, very good critical critiques of that video. And basically the size. Now, I started to think to myself, well, you know what? Sometimes the depth perception in these videos from these cameras, especially the Secchi camera, the HI2 camera, it's all kind of bubbly and gray, and it's using gray, white, and black like pixels. So you just never know. But I know that video was the video I made about a week ago. Oh, that was taken from me, and a whole bunch of channels made videos about it. And it even made some headlines on Sputnik News. Sputnik News. I think that's some kind of Russian online newspaper, news agency. But they didn't embed my video. They embedded some other guy's video that, I don't know, maybe he was watching the camera also, but it looked like excerpts from my video, and he just put some yellow words and letters in there, and some arrows pointing some things out. So I guess sometimes, what we see is not what is really there. And in this case, hell, I've got no problem pointing this out, because what we do, and what I do, is I want to search for the truth. And in this case, there is a very, very high possibility, I would say, 99.9.9999% that this little red plate right here is definitely the cause of the anomaly that we saw on the HI-2 Secchi camera on the stereo spacecraft. So, some people's feelings may be hurt. Some people will probably deny that little cross-section plate right there is the cause. But when you're seeking the truth and you're trying to investigate or research or find out the truth, hell, some people make mistakes. And if you do, you got to go back out there. You got to research it heavily. And if you did make a mistake, got to own up to it, because the people that come to this YouTube channel, that's what they're looking for. And in this case, that's exactly what you're going to get. You're going to get the truth. So again, it's my firm belief. Like I said, I'm about 99.9% sure that this red plate right down here where you see the green arrow, it matches pretty damn close to the big gigantic Ezekiel space wheel that we see on that camera. So it is what it is. Wishful thinking. And I would have to say that if that was a huge UFO or some type of massive space habitat just rolling around out there in space, I would probably say for sure that, NASA and the boys in blue over there, they would have definitely filtered that out, blocked it out, or just not even uploaded the data for public viewing. So I'm very surprised that over the years, since this damn thing's been making its way around the internet and social media and, YouTube for years now, I'm surprised that the people that run the stereo spacecraft website have not, placed up a little disclaimer on their website in the little section that shows you what light anomalies are. And all too many times people see these big, weird-looking white specks that fly past the camera, and, they may think they're this or that. According to the people that run the stereo program and the website, those are cosmic rays. And we do see other, weird anomalies on those coronagraphs. But again, in this case, the Ezekiel wheel up there in space, well, it looks to be that red crossed plate on either the back or the front of the camera. And yes, tricks of lighting definitely come into play. But it does look very odd. It did look absolutely spectacular. But at this particular time, the Ezekiel wheel has to just stay in the Bible, not on YouTube. I'm going to leave my my other video up there, and I'm going to put a link in the description box and in the comment section of that video, referring people back to this video so they can literally compare the two. So, yeah, maybe it was a little disappointing. I was hoping that it was a big, massive UFO. But over all of the years that we've been watching that thing on the Secchi camera, look, it is what it is. I was hoping that it was a massive UFO. Or maybe even, Ezekiel's wheel, the big discoverer of Ezekiel's wheel. But I believe after reading that part of the Bible about Ezekiel's wheel, I truly believe that what Ezekiel saw was a UFO. So there you go. Anyways, folks, I hope you enjoyed the debunking of this video. And now I think that we pretty much know the truth about the big space, Ezekiel's wheel. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned to Planet X News. I'll be doing a live stream later on this morning, and I'm going to be going over the newest discovery that was dated for March 3rd, 2020. So stay tuned and share this video, folks. Share this video because the other videos on YouTube have made their rounds around the world, and I guess everybody truly thinks that there may possibly be a space habitat or a UFO the size of Earth orbiting around out there in our inner solar system. Fact of the matter is, it just seems to be a little trick of light and a little round circular cross section of the Secchi camera. Take care, folks. Be safe.